everyone, my name is Kay Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm going to share with you a card made with the Picture Perfect stamp set. You can find the stamp set on page 140 in our new Stampin' Up! Catalog, and I was inspired to take my colors from the sample that you'll see up here in the upper left corner. I believe it uses a lot of the colors from the 2015-2017 in color selections, and so I'll be using Mint Macaron and Tip Top Taupe and Watermelon Wonder, and this is the card that I'm going to create for you today. It's really quick and easy to put together, but then most of the cards that I make are. I just love being able to make a card quickly and get it in the mail right away. And here's an up-close picture of the stamp set. It is a great summer stamp set. It has some roses and some starfish, and of course the hummingbird is just gorgeous. And I'm a real fan of the sentiments on this stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to need to create this card is some Mint Macaron paper. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then I've scored it at 5 1/2. And so I'm just going to fold along the score line, and we'll give it a press with the bone folder so it will lie flat for us while we work with it. The next thing that we're going to do is we need a couple of papers for stamping. So we're going to work on the outside panel first. This is Whisper White, and it's 3 1/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And so what I'm going to do is with this particular stamp set, we're going to need the Stampin' Mat from Stampin' Up! Because it is a photopolymer stamp set. And I'm going to ink up my first image with the Mint Macaron, and then you'll notice that there's a little kind of a little peak here on the top of the stamp, and that just means as long as you have that facing upward in every subsequent stamp that you use with this image, you should be able to line it up quite easily. Of course, this image is easy to line up. It's not like a flower where there's so many petals that it's easy to get confused. It's pretty easy to do this without even paying attention to that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to stamp this hummingbird right here. And then we're going to go ahead and take the next layer, which will be in Tip Top Taupe. So now we are stamping over the top of this. This is a 2-step stamp set. Well, actually there's several steps. There's 3 steps, actually 4 steps to create this bird. So give me a second here to line it up. It's a little more difficult with the camera in front of me, but I think I did a good job. So here we have the Tip Top Taupe layer, and then the next layer is Early Espresso. This is going to give us the beak and going to define the eye and the wings. So again, I'm going to just line this up as best I can and give that a nice press. Now just be sure you're always going straight up and straight down with your ink onto the paper. Oh, perfect. Isn't that gorgeous? And then the final step for the bird is to put that beautiful little crest on his neck. And so I have that inked up in Watermelon Wonder, and I'm just going to fit that in right here. And our beautiful hummingbird is complete. Let me go ahead and bring this up a little closer to the camera so you can see it. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I don't want to touch it because the ink does take just a few minutes to dry, but I am going to stamp my sentiment down here in the lower right corner. I am going to use the sentiment that says dream without fear and love without limits. I love that. I'm inking it up in Early Espresso, and we're going to stamp it right here. Beautiful. And so now all that remains is we just need to put it onto our card. So to do that, I'm going to use a little bit of snail. So I'm just going to flip this over, add some snail to the back, and then we're going to put it right on the front of our card. Just going to make sure that the top 3 edges are even. So we'll make those borders all nice and even. We're giving just a little bit of extra room down here on the lower right, because what I did is I used the Stampin' Up! Thinlits called Baker's Box, and there's a heart thinlet that goes in with all of these thinlits, and it's going to make a perfect accent on our card. So let me go ahead and show you the layers that I used before I ran it through the Big Shot machine. I started out with my magnetic platform that looks like this, and then I have my cut plate on the bottom. I added my paper, I put the heart, and then I put a clear plate over the top of that. I ran the whole works through my Big Shot machine, and then we are left with this cute little heart, which I'll just punch out. And we're going to put this on with a glue dot right here. That's why we left a little extra space down here. We didn't want to make that too even. And I could put this on right now. I'm just going to use my paper piercing tool so my fingers aren't in the way. And I'm just going to set this heart right here underneath the word limits. And that is so cute. I just love it. The next thing we're going to do is add a little bit of decorative washi tape to this card. So I'm just going to pull some off, just a strip, and I'm going to set this up here along the upper right side. And because this washi is nicely divided into two parts, I can just set it along so that half of it is on the white and the other half of it is on the mint macaron. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, just peeling off a strip of it. And we're just going to set this right here on the other side. That gives nice balance to our card, and look how pretty that is. Now for the inside panel, again, it's not very hard to do. We are going to start with a piece of Whisper White paper. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I think I'll just go ahead and put this on. We'll use a little bit of snail for that. We're just going to center this right here on the inside panel of our card. Then we're going to ink up the other sentiment that says, "You are made of wonderful." Put this on just like that. And then again, we're just going to take some washi and we're going to tear off a couple of strips. We're going to put one down here. And then we'll tear off one more strip. And the washi tape that I'm using, in case you're wondering, is from our Affectionately Yours product suite. And this is the Affectionately Yours washi tape, and it comes with 5. You can see them right here, including this awesome coppery one. I have them all on a shower ring just to keep them nice and handy. So our card is now complete. Here's the one I just did for you, and here is the one I had completed in advance. Aren't they beautiful? I hope you are inspired to create a card similar to this and get it in the mail today. Make somebody's day. If you need a demonstrator with Stampin' Up, be sure to head over to my blog at www.stampintoshare.com, and I have links there for you to place product orders. I truly appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.